Okay, so today we're doing Morrissey and the last of the famous international Playboys. This wasn't a request, I don't think, but people wanted me to do more just Morrissey stuff as I'm almost out of Smith's songs to react to. So I thought this one, I mean, based on the title, it's quite the title, like a lot of his work. And so yeah, I'm kind of interested in to see what this is all about. And it's a Morrissey Smith's Friday kind of a thing. So let's get into it, talk about it after, and enjoy.
Dear hero imprisoned with all the new crimes that you are perfecting. Oh, I can't help quoting you, 'cause everything that you said rings true. And now in my cell, well, I followed you. And here's a list of who I slew. Reggie Craig, do you know my name? Oh, don't say that, please say that. I am the last of the famous international playboys. The last of the famous international playboys. In my cell, when I loved you, and every man with a job to do. Run me crazy, you know my face. Oh, don't say that, please say it. I am the last of the famous international playboys. The last of the famous international playboys. In our lifetime, those who kill, the news world hands them stardom. And these are the ways on which I was raised. These are the ways on which I was raised. I never wanted to kill. I am not naturally evil. Such things I do just to make myself more attractive to you. Have I failed?
All right, so the last of the famous international Playboys from Morrissey. Got a tickle on my throat, but yeah. So this was a good song. I'll say at the start. I really liked his vocals on when he sang "International." That was quite the high notes on that, I guess. And yeah, it's just I just love his cadence as always. And yeah, I guess I'll just talk about the song here in the about from Genius.com. So this track was the third single released by Morrissey, but never featured on any of his studio albums. Well, would you look at that? Although Morrissey is well known for towing the line between playing Playboy and playing celibate, he's not talking about himself in this song. He's admiring a famous pair of gangster twins in London, Ronnie and Reggie Cray. and acknowledging the fame and judgment we place upon those in the spotlight. So, and I did see the lyrics there that mentioned Ronnie and Reggie Cray. I have no idea who they are, but I guess right there they're gangsters. And so yeah, I guess with the first verse, there's no annotations here, but let's go over some annotations anyway. But anyway, it says, "Dear hero imprisoned with all the new crimes that you are perfecting, oh, I can't help quoting you because everything that you said rings true. And now in my cell, well, I followed you, and here's the list of who I slew. Reggie Cray, do you know my name?" And there's an annotation there. It says, "Reginald Reggie was one of the infamous Cray twins, English gangsters, who were the foremost perpetrators of organized crime in the East End during the 50s and 60s. The individual is asking Reggie if he knows his name, as he's killed in a similar fashion to him in order to attract his attention and hopefully admiration. And don't say you don't. Please say you do. I am." And then we go on with the chorus. The last of the famous international playboys, and then repeated another time. And it says, "Morrissey has exclaimed that the last famous international playboys was / are." He says the last of the famous international playboys are David Bowie, former T-Rex frontman Mark Bolan, and former Buzzcocks frontman Howard Devoto, and me. So I guess those are his last international playboys. And it is kind of funny, I guess, because I know Mark Bolan. I don't know him, but I know he passed away. I think it was like September 15th or 16th, I want to say, in 1978, something like that. So, and right now as I'm recording this, it is September 16th. So yeah, so funny how time works, eh? So then we go on with the second verse. "And in my cell, well, I loved you, and every man with a job to do. Ronnie Cray, do you know my face? Oh, say you don't, please say you do." And it goes on. "Ronald was one of the Cray twins, English gangsters who were, like it says already, in the same context as the first verse. He is hoping that this infamous criminal will recognize his face from perhaps a mugshot in the newspaper and admire him for the crime he's committed." So obviously, again, Morrissey is finding inspiration from other people here with Ronnie and Reggie, and that's always nice that he puts that kind of stuff in songs and makes you learn some things. So we go on with the third verse, which has a lot of annotations. So, "In our lifetime, those who kill, the news world hands them stardom." Okay, so the news world hands them stardom. My goodness, I said that very slowly. Anyway, it says, "Every time a mass shooting happens, such as Columbine, everyone starts learning more about the murderers, and they almost become stars in the eye of the public." In relation to the song, Morrissey spoke on his view of crime. "Well, I think it's always has been, not actively, but a fascinating subject. I've never stolen. I'm interested in the sense of celebrity, even on the level of murder and the fame attached to grisly crimes. Often wonder why people who commit such crimes are treated like celebrities. It doesn't do the crime rate much good, does it?" So yeah, and going back to the Columbine thing, I mean, Columbine, it isn't the biggest shooting now, but it's probably still the most infamous. Just because, yeah, it was like, I don't know, I was alive, but I was like 1 year old, and yeah, it was just, Columbine is probably the big one that always sticks out, and it's always the one that people talk about. But I mean, yeah, everyone, like, I didn't know who. I know more about the killers, I guess, because there's only two of them, and I think there was 15 who died, and including the killers. And yeah, it just, I saw actually a YouTube channel today named after one of the killers, and it's just like, which is also kind of weird. But yeah, it's just people. I mean, it's kind of, they do it in jest, but at the same time, it's not very nice, to have a account in, I guess, memory, or I don't know, it's just kind of weird to me. But anyway, I just go by my own name. Well, not really, I guess, because it's Insignificant Nick, but still, my name is actually Nick. So anyway, "And these are the ways on which I was raised. These are the ways on which I was raised." So it says, as stated in the previous line, the media gives people stardom based on who and how much they have killed. The narrator has seen this event happen over and over again, which in turn makes it one of the principles that he is raised by. "I never wanted to kill. I am not naturally evil. such things I do just to make myself more attractive to you. How I failed. He has killed people in an effort to gain the attention and favor of his criminal hero, an act that he has realized was pointless and has only landed him in trouble, obviously. And then Morrissey goes on with his O's and no's and yas and paramp amp amp. And then we have the chorus at the end, the last of the famous international playboys, the last of the famous international playboys. So yeah, I was gonna say weird song, but kind of an interesting song, I guess could say. And it really does make me think just about how that question of how people that do heinous things do get more attention than the people they kill. Basically, I mean, you look at a lot of people. In some cases, I mean, the killer isn't more famous. Like if you look at John Lennon's murder, I mean, John Lennon is more famous than Mark Chapman, obviously. But Mark Chapman is famous, and I know that there was a couple of sources, whatever, that said that he did that just to be remembered to be famous in that light, and which is quite the light that you want to be remembered in. But yeah, and then obviously with Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris, I mean, in Columbine, obviously, I can see, seeing them as, they were depressed. I know they had mental illness. I mean, there's a lot that's come out, and even I know Dylan Klebold's mother. She does TED Talks now, saying that she had no idea that her son was going to do that. It's very shocking, obviously, when your son does that. But yeah, and it's just like you don't really remember the people that were murdered. You more remember the names of the person. So yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like Morrissey says, it's a weird way to do it, a weird way society does it, and the mainstream media spins it. But yeah, I mean, it's how it goes down, it seems, and I don't really know what else to say. But like I said, I really love the beat in this song. I will say, the beat, the rhythm, the melody, and it was just a nice little song that makes you think. So anyway, thanks for watching, I guess. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, and also, I guess with this, I haven't mentioned about this setup, because I know a lot more people watch the Morrissey or the Smiths reactions, so here we are. Anyway, better sound quality, which is great, and now my face is even bigger, which is maybe not so great, but yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys again soon. And so yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, liking, and all that kind of a thing. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys again soon.